All right, welcome back to another weekly update for Robinhood. I have a lot to cover, so if you are trying to stick around for the whole video, strap in. It's going to be a little bit longer this week. So for anybody that is new, I'm Chris. I'm a dividend investor. Basically what I do every single week is I take $100 and buy into these companies here. We are still trying to buy into the companies on my watch list, but we are doing that week after week. So any dividends I do receive are reinvested back into the portfolio. Now, for people that have been following me, you probably noticed on Instagram that I tried to do Robinhood Gold. The idea was that I would take $5 a month, pay for that, and they would give me $1,000 a margin, which would let me to buy dividend paying companies, hopefully paying me more than $5 a month to create a profit margin using their money. That was the idea I had. It didn't go that way. They decided that the stocks I hold right now are too risky, so they only offered me like $200 a margin, which is not worth it. So going forward, I'm just going to have a cash account. I already opted out of Robinhood Gold. I don't use them for research. As you guys know, I use Simply Safe Dividends, so there's no use for me to have Robinhood Gold at this point. So like I said, we invest $100 every week. This week I actually did $300. The reason for that is Instagram decided to be difficult with me running my ads this week. So I usually advertise my weekly update post on Instagram to help generate traffic to my channel. Most of you guys that are following me, that is how you found me, is through sponsored content. That's just one of my strategies for growing my channel. So it didn't work last week. They decided to reject every single ad I tried to run, even on posts that I had previously run, saying that it was some kind of branding issue using their platform. I don't still really understand, even after talking to them about it. Pretty sure it's a technical error, but I'm going to try again this week. But end rant, that pretty much takes care of that, but that's why we invested $300 this week. So let's jump into what we bought. So since I can't use the margin strategy like I was going to do, it's time for me to start buying into these companies one by one. So I used the money to get Microsoft. So that would have been $200 for that ad. Let me buy one share of Microsoft at 185, and then I took the rest of that and put it into AG&C. So that was the first one. And then the $100 for Friday, I bought AT&T and Verizon. The pricing's there, as you can see, and then I took the rest of that and also put it into AG&C. So as you can see, our diversification is already much better than it has been. We're a little bit less out of the financials and real estate, and now we got communications and information tech. So we're going to keep doing that. Yes, I'm slowly buying into AG&C, but that's like pennies on the dollar compared to what I'm going to be doing investing into the other companies. Consumer will probably be the next one. So really important to be diversified. It helps lower the risk that you're going to have. Personally, I think real estate is going to be hit pretty hard coming up here, but we will see what happens. So going over to income. So now that we have quarterly dividend stocks, that's why we got different bumps in the graph here. It's not going to be a clean monthly amount. So for the amount that I say my average monthly is, I'm just going to take this number here and divide it by 12 to get the average. So this is what it looks like now. We'll probably call it $13 a month still. But yeah, we're increasing month after month, and that is the goal. So looking at the Excel spreadsheet here, I've not gotten any dividends since we last met, but we are getting 2 more today, I believe. Let's take a peek here. Dividends. So yeah, we're getting one from LTC and one from SPHD. So that'll bring our May dividend total to about $10, which again isn't a whole lot, but hey, we're increasing month after month, and that is the goal of the portfolio. As this portfolio grows, it'll snowball and become more and more of a substantial amount. At least that is the goal. So next month, June, coming up here, it's 5/29 today, Shooting for $15 income. We might actually start investing more than $100 a week, depending on how this Instagram ad battle goes. But yeah, that pretty much covers that. So the last thing I wanted to cover, so I don't talk a lot about news on this channel, but I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I just want to say there's a lot going on right now. If you guys want me to start covering news, especially this, because I am really close to this, I can and I will. I don't want to be too controversial on this channel. It is a finance-driven channel, but I don't mind discussing news, covering the facts, and since I do live near this, especially, I can give you some insight onto what is actually happening. My work was affected yesterday because of what has been going on. So if you're curious about that, let me know. And as always, feel free to reach out, whether it's Instagram, comments, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. As far as overall performance, I mean, we are down a little bit. Looking at the 1 year chart, I think we are going to continue to head down. Just looking at the charting here, technical analysis for you. But doesn't really matter. We buy week after week anyways, so as long as we're dollar cost averaging, we're not really trying to time it out too much. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the video. If you stuck around for the whole thing, I appreciate you. For people that have not seen yet, I did set up the Patreon, so if you're curious about that, the link is in the description. Again, this is not a requirement for me to like you or anything like that. This is if you want to go the extra mile or if you want to be a part of that community there. But yeah, that is all I will say on that. So as always, thanks for watching. Any comments, leave them below. If you like these kind of weekly updates, please like the video. And if you want to see more finance, investing content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.